So your task is to find them and or just kind of track behind them, and if you see them doing anything wrong, try to jump them and accost them a little bit. Darius says if they go across, bring them back, rope them up, and you track behind them for quite a bit. They come up to this offshot path from the main path that goes to the shrine of the island, and you see them go off into the woods there. They set down a piece of caustic wood. They cut some down and then set it down to the side. It was kind of a strange thing that you're like, what? Okay. So it just seemed really odd. So you see them go up behind there. They're back there for a little bit because you've never actually been back there. So you're a little bit curious, but you know it's past the bounds of between you and the Broken. And there's really only one way back, it seems, because it's very tight up on the rock side, and you maneuver around and you don't see another way they could have gone out. So you know they're eventually going to come out. So you try to do the smart thing and just hang tight here. Well, you hear this very loud thrum noise come from beneath the rock at a certain point, and you get a little bit uneasy. You think maybe it's a good time to follow suit and go across this small stretch of rock formation to catch up with them. So you come up across the path here, and you see there's a part of the rock formation that you kind of have to shindy across. So if you're going to cross it, it would be something of a little bit of a dexterous feat there. So you'd have to go ahead and roll to cross it. You look down, it's at least a 40-foot drop into the woods. 22. Okay, so you managed to shimmy across. And you get to the other side, you turn around the corner, you see them inside this cavern, and you see these rock shavings coming off of this creature from inside. It's a little hard to see, but you can definitely see that they're all standing there like surprised at what has just happened, and you see the chieftain's son slowly stepping away from this thing. So this hulking humanoid stands at about 20 feet tall, with its long, spindly appendages hanging down by its sides like gnarled tree branches. Its single eye glimmers red and steams as though it were about to light on fire. Its fingers are edged and misshapen, and wrinkles like scars clutter every inch of its blackened, leathery skin. Torn scraps of tattered linen covers it like clothing of a man recently escaped from a volcano's belly. It lets out a thrumming sound from deep inside its core, which throws your senses and gives you like a violent nausea. You hold your ears from the sound, but it seems to echo through your head regardless. The figure unfurls its back and stands straight up, towering over you all, and nearly touching the top of this large cave. It takes a single step forward, and your brain feels as though it slaps against the back of your skull like it's trying to escape, shooting a stinging pain from your head down through your spine, making you lose your balance. Your vision goes blurry as the thing takes another step forward. You all lose your senses of consciousness for just a moment. When you come to, the figure has vanished, and the uneasy feelings slowly escape you.
Wait, it's gone?
Yeah. These feelings also hit you. It was a little bit of a delayed reaction, but you saw this thing as it was stepping forward. The thrum, the sound started hitting you, and you kind of lapsed down to the ground. Yeah.
We just awoke the ender of the world. What just happened?
He looks at you and he says, I'm so sorry, everyone. I didn't mean to.
What have you done?
I don't know. Does anybody know what that thing was?
Evil. Check?
You sure can. Okay, and what was your roll? 21. Okay, Ezekiel, what did you roll?
22.
22?
For religion, right?
For religion, yeah. So Azarias and Littletoe both got ones. How about you, Zara? 12. Okay, so Ezekiel and Erebus, they both pull back into the recesses of their memory. These two are very learned characters, the Bongu and the Just story. They've read a lot of books, it seems, from traveled lands, and they've heard of something like this, something that was called, it's from some very ancient texts, it's called the Messenger. It's a very, very tall figure, leathery skin. It's got a single eye. The single eye is the one thing that definitely stands out to both of you as being some kind of messenger, like a divine messenger.
Can I examine like the immediate area of this thing?
Sure. Yeah.
It disappeared, right?
Right.
Was it sitting on something?
It was sitting on this throne. This throne is still made of stone. It's still carved into the
wall. To explore and look around, or is it just like
it's a very small area, but it's tall. So you have this very large open area above you to where this throne sits. And almost it looks like this rock, this stone formation it almost looks like it was invented just to encase this one room that you're in.
Oh, maybe there's a secret entrance.
I'm gonna search around the room.
Okay, all of you investigating, please do an investigation check. Erebus, are you going to approach and see? Okay, so Erebus, you come up and these guys they're clearly shaken. Philocus doesn't even pay attention as you walk up. He's kind of almost in the field position in the corner, just his hands to his face and very visibly upset. And the rest of them are now starting to investigate, but you kind of sneak in behind them and introduce yourself.
We know him, though, right?
Yes.
Right. Erebus, is that you?
Yes.
It is not safer at the moment.
But if it is that you welcome the messenger.
Wait, you know what this is?
In a manner of speaking, yeah.
Tell me what you know.
It is a messenger.
Of what? I know that was
yeah. You're probably right.
Then how do we stop it?
How do we even know what it's doing?
Maybe it's gone. It is no longer here.
Philocus, he gathers his senses a little bit and he says, We should probably tell the Spiritweaver in town. She may know something about it.
Alright, let's go.
So, your all's investigation, what you uncover, there's a lot of different things around you. These stone walls look very odd. They're almost carved in a manner of like small tables and chairs around you, like strewn about too. They're not all, they're not organized together as if you're in some kind of like banquet hall. They look like they're like smashed across the walls and that kind of thing, but they definitely look like chairs and like tables. There's a couple of small spots that almost look like candles that are made of stone.
So this is like a house?
You're not sure.
Okay.
It doesn't look like a house. It isn't like the common.
Is that like a monastery or like
That's a good question. Still a lot of questions about this place.
I'm gonna walk around the, like what's around and like touch the wall, see if there's any relief, or anything written, like carved on the, because you said it's made of stone, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So you do find one thing. You pat your hand across it, and it feels as though it is in a type of writing that you're sort of familiar with. Definitely just story in nature, but like a very ancient just story, far older than the kind that you've seen before from the tribespeople, because not everybody's literate, but you do have a few people here and there that know how to write, and the books you read are all written into stories. So
can I put like a paper against it and trace it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna trace it and just go around see whatever I find. I walk around and look at each room.
Erebus, what are you doing here? Oh,
that's it. Make sure you want to cross the group or not? Technically, I don't think we're.
I think we failed your mission. Well, we're not. We will be going back across as soon as we can. Erebus, are you sure you want to be out here? It is dangerous.
Oh, yes. Yes, right. I look at what he's doing.
Ezekial?
Yes.
Are you taking notes while he's taking notes?
Yeah.
Are you stealing his notes?
Never.
Well, what is the plan here? Obviously, this thing is gone. Should we just get the constable and leave?
What if it left towards the village?
When are you going?
We should go. We should warn my father.
Did you find something?
What?
Oh, yeah, this stuff. And I point it out. And I'm like...
You point out the relief?
Yeah.
Okay.
As I'm packing up the papers.
What
Okay.
does it say?
I don't know. I was gonna translate it.
So, where you're at right now is ancient just story, technically, but this is like real ancient just story. It's like super ancient. So
wait, so this area here is like the tables and like the stuff that is strewn about. Can we tell that it's older than like our current technology?
It looks about
Because
on
the door
par.
isn't.
Yeah, you're right. It looks about on par. It's hard to tell. You guys have seen some stuff from the mainland, and you know that there is some technologies out there. So I mean, it's pretty hard to put a tab on where exactly technologically the whole world is, just because the island is so far apart from the rest of the world. And it's like you guys have some things, some gizmos and gadgets, but like you know the mainland definitely has, you know, they have books, like proper books, and in these books you've seen different things that are beyond what you guys have on the island by far.